Hi parents, let's talk about punishments. Now, if punishments work for you, your child misbehaves, you punish them, and they don't repeat this misbehavior again, skip it. That's not for you. But if you are like most of us who try to punish their kids, but then in the moment it stops the behavior, but it happens again the next day or the next week, and you just feel like you are going to lose it, you don't know what to do anymore, well, you might want to listen. Now, let's distinguish between punishment and consequences, because one might say, well, what is the difference? The child does something and there's a result to their actions. They're being sent to timeout, they cannot watch TV for a week, or whatever creative punishment you might think of. The difference is that punishments, they don't teach anything, right? They happen in the moment when the parent is already really angry, about to lose it. They've just decided, the child feels resentment, humiliated, angry, but they comply because there's the element of fear. Consequences, however, are there to teach our kids responsibility and that their actions have results, not results that are dictated by the parents, just results in real life. Consequences are effective if there are 4 conditions met, 4 R's. They are respectful, they are relevant, they are reasonable, and they are revealed in advance. Let's take an example to simplify it. Let's say, quite a reasonable example. Let's say your child comes back from their football training and they leave their shoes outside. Shoes get wet overnight. If we are looking at the situation from the punishment lens, the parent would say, you are so irresponsible, your shoes are wet again, I told you so many times you need to bring them in, you are not getting screen time for a week now. The child feels resentment towards their parents, frustrated, they're angry, and yeah, they don't get the screen time, but that's about it. If we look at it from the consequences lens, what would happen would be that the parent would say, I have been reminding you for several times that you need to bring the shoes inside after training. The result now is that you won't have dry shoes for tomorrow because your shoes have to be completely dry for you to be able to wear them. So I'm afraid you won't be able to go to your football training tomorrow. Well, what happens here? The child understands that they are responsible for their actions and for the consequences as a result. They learn responsibility because they'll remember that tomorrow, when they won't be able to go to football training, it would be because they left their own shoes outside and there's no other pair of shoes. And that would teach them responsibility so that next time they know that they need to make sure they bring those shoes inside. So do you see the difference? Punishment would just try to hurt the child. Of course, it's not intentional, and we all have the best intentions, right? We want as parents just to raise kids who have a sense of responsibility, who understand that they need to look after their things, or they need to be responsible for the actions or whatever. But anyway, the point is that we're angry and we just want to kind of make a point. Whereas consequences, they still have a result. There's still something happens that the child is not comfortable with or not happy about, but it's not us, the parents, who are in this becoming kind of the bad guy. These are just the results of the situation. You left your shoes outside, they're wet, you can't wear them to football training, so you'll have to miss it. The child doesn't feel resentment towards the parent. They might feel angry to the situation, and that's completely legit, right? Who wouldn't feel angry if they cannot do something they like? But they're much likely to remember next time to put the shoes inside the house in order to be able to go to their training the next day. When kids experience real consequences to their actions, they start to connect the dots and they learn what responsibility is.